Welcome to another episode of Over the Top with Mac and Bubs. This episode we are going to review WrestleMania, talk about our likes, dislikes, what we thought. Hope you guys checked out our first episode, which was a preview of WrestleMania. Now we're going to jump into the review. Mac's going to jump on here in a second and share his opinions, as we weren't able to hook up and do this together. Hope you guys enjoy this one just as well. Maybe some cool editing you like. Put it all together, but let's get this thing started. Overall opinion of WrestleMania. No other way to describe it except for disappointed. I don't think it lived up to the hype. The order of all the matches was awkward. I just didn't get it. Starting Mania with the Universal Championship. Just didn't seem like the move I would make. A lot of the matches didn't live up to the hype. They were too short. They didn't have enough build-up in them. Just an overall awkward layout of WrestleMania left me disappointed in the overall product. Yes, the WWE did give the fans what they wanted in the big three matches, with Kofi winning, Becky winning, and Seth Rollins winning. But to me personally, I think that's just the easy way out. It was just the easy way out for creative to give the fans what they wanted and kind of move along from here. There's too many matches. The whole overall event was way too long in my opinion, with the pre-show having 4 matches, and then the card was stacked with matches, so some of these matches were too short. They didn't get to live up with it. I mean, one match wasn't even a match really, barely lasted very long. You had John Cena coming back out with Thugonomics. I didn't understand that. So yeah, all in all, I was disappointed. There were some good things and some ups and downs, but from an overall standpoint, I was just really left wanting more from WrestleMania, and was really, like I said, disappointed. Mac, why don't you share your thoughts?
Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah. A little excited. WrestleMania. Raw after WrestleMania. We had SmackDown already. Back on, just like moving on through, and life goes on. The road to WrestleMania has officially come to an end and restarted already. We got the shakeup coming next week. Oh, I done got ahead of myself. Welcome back, welcome back. You are on Over the Top. I'm your boy, Immaculate. That's Mac for short. Bubs, he's checking in. I'm here from the comfort of my own zone. I'm gonna rap with y'all over this past week in wrestling. WWE specifically. Alright. R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. Let me go ahead and say that. I didn't say it last time you saw me. I'm a fan. I listen to his music. I have for a couple years. You can hear him in the background. You're going to probably hear him throughout the pod/show from now on, really, because he's that good. R.I.P. to him. I'm not even going to get into that other guy and the things that you heard about that stuff? Kodak Black.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Characters out here. Anyways, this week, WrestleMania. It's gonna be in Tampa next year. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna try to attend that. I was gonna try to go in Louisiana, but that didn't go down. They already announced that it's gonna be in Tampa though. to my knowledge, those tickets have not gone on sale yet. How would that be, having a show from next year's WrestleMania in Tampa, Florida? All right. Back to WrestleMania. My overall opinion on WrestleMania. It was cool. It was cool. Could have been better in spots. It could have been less matches. There was a lot of matches. So therefore, some of the matches that you wanted to go for a while were cut short because of time constraints. So I did peep that out. That was easy to see. I would have to say it was a success overall. It was just about as good as you would expect it to be. It wasn't no worse than you were expected to be. Therefore, they pretty much came out par, if you ask me. That's a win for them. A lot of things need to be done going forward. There's a lot of things they haven't touched since WrestleMania, so we'll see what happens with all these other storylines. But the main story is Kofi Kingston, the brother man. I'll get into that, but just know that I'm happy for him. So overall, though, yeah, I would have to say it was a success. 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 Yes, match of success would be a big reason why I would think it would be a success. So obviously, the best match would have been the Kofi Kingston match.
Best match, hands down, had to go to Kofi and the new Daniel Bryan. This was a classic wrestling match. It had a little bit of everything. It had great build-up. The fans were into it the entire time. These guys put on a classic show. Couldn't get any better than these two guys. But the weird thing is the best match on the card was in the middle of the show. I don't know if they were just thinking like, yeah, this is a super long card like I mentioned before, so we're going to have to give a huge pop in the middle to kind of wake these fans back up. I don't know. Like I said before, the order of everything was really strange in my opinion, but this match was by far awesome. Big spots, big kickouts when you thought it was over, it wasn't. You had some outside interaction with Rowan and New Day. New Day was there keeping the crowd pumped up. I thought that was really good, really smart for WWE to do that. Having Xavier and Big E there pounding New Day over and over again, getting behind Kofi. Both of these guys, Kofi and Daniel Bryan, went all out. Left it all in the ring. It was a classic match. You had, submissions, wearing down the guy, him getting out of it just to get caught back in it again. You think it's going to be over. You get some big kickouts. All in all, just a well done match. I do want to throw out some honorable mentions. I thought that SmackDown Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match was excellently done. The Usos coming out on top on that one, but all the teams I think had a great showing of teamwork, camaraderie. All four teams did a fantastic job. I thought that was probably my second favorite match of the night. The Intercontinental title match with Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley. I think Demon Balor being there had fans hyped up for that. I really think Lashley was on another level that night. He was really good. I'm disappointed that they kind of just gave it to Demon there. I think Lashley actually outworked Finn, but it was a really solid match. And then I was surprised about how much I enjoyed Triple H versus Batista. I went into it thinking, I don't really want to see this. This match is 5 years ago, too old. But I'm not going to lie, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great storytelling. Ric Flair coming out. Shawn Michaels on the commentary, I thought he was excellent, giving little insights here and there, whether it be story written or whatnot. I think that added an extra element to the match. So I was presently, I was surprised by how much I actually enjoyed that one. But once again, by far, biggest pop of the night. Everything after Kofi and Daniel Bryan was kind of a letdown in my opinion, because I was on such of a high after that match that everything after that just let me down. So that's where I see it. Best match of the night goes to Kofi and Daniel Bryan.
The Seth Rollins match started the night off. It was pretty short. That one kind of caught me off guard, but I did predict that he was going to have to hit Brock Lesnar with 3 stomps for the victory if he was going to come out successful, and that happened. I predicted that Brock Lesnar was going to do the F5 to him outside of the ring, and that also happened. I did pick Brock Lesnar to win that match, but that was a predictable one there. I think I was kind of going against what you were predicting, and I was going to go with Brock Lesnar because in every other situation when you predicted Brock Lesnar to lose, I mean, let's be real, the man had the title forever, and when he lost it, he got it back. Right back. So, best match goes to Kofi Kingston. I would pick a runner-up. That tag match with the Usos and The Bar and Ricochet and them, that match was off the chain too. But it was a mid-card match closer to the beginning of the show. So, by default, I'm not going to really vote for anything at the start unless it is the first match, which was Seth Rollins, and I mentioned that already. That he came out on top and he's going to be on Raw every week. That's a win. We were all tired of Brock Lesnar not being around, so we're not dealing with that. I'm curious to see if he's done. So we'll have to see moving forward.
All right. The other side of things, the worst match of the night. The one that's the worst, I don't even think I can really consider it a match. Really disappointed on how WWE treated one superstar, but let me go into my honorable mention matches that I wasn't pretty happy about. This might surprise some people. Seth and Brock, I thought it could have been a lot more. Should have been a lot longer. Once again, the order of everything was weird. Having that be the first match on the main card, and yeah, I just don't know. I think it could have been more. Let Brock beat on Seth more F5s. But yeah, I will like to give Mac his props. He called, the 3-4 stomps for Rollins to win. So Mac called that one the other night. But yeah, other than that, I was kind of disappointed in that one. Corbin and Angle. It is what it is on that one. I will say Kurt Angle is a class act. He's one of the best ever. He's awesome. The way he handled himself even after the match, I thought was awesome. So props to Angle, but the match, it was a snooze fest for me. I kind of saw what was coming and didn't really care much for it. The Miz's dad. Why was the Miz's dad involved in this match? What was the point of that? To me, that really was awkward. He didn't fall very well. The ref checked on him and he clearly said, yeah, I'm fine. Come on, do some better camera work. You don't need that on there. So I was really disappointed in them having Miz's dad be involved. It would have been cooler, I think, is if you wanted to involve Miz's dad, bring Vince in, have, father-son, one father comes out to help his son, the other father comes out to help his son. Maybe something like that could have been okay, but I thought it was whack having Miz's dad in there. But overall, that match was okay. The big fall, everybody knew was coming when they booked this. But the worst match, can't even call it a match, was Rey Mysterio and Samoa Joe. Why they treated Rey like that, I don't know. It was a waste of time. It was a waste of the extreme talent Rey Mysterio has. I am kind of glad that, like I said, Joe would be dominant, but just put a sour taste in my mouth that they would even do that at Mania to a legend like Rey Mysterio. Yeah, I wasn't happy about that at all. So, worst match of the night, if you can call it a match. Samoa Joe and Rey kind of wasted our time. Treated a legend poorly, in my opinion. No place for that.
Worst match. The Women's Battle Royal. I didn't watch it. I was kind of one of those things where I was just like, oh yeah, that was happening. That was a thing tonight. And then they mentioned who won. So the fact that she won, I'm curious. I'm going to have to go back and actually check it out because I've rewatched WrestleMania kind of. I mean, as long as it was, I've looked back at it like at least 3 times. And I did not watch that match any of those times I looked at it. So that one gets my vote for worst match. The runner-up, though, that I did see, the real worst match of the night, Rey Mysterio got his ass kicked. I am hurt. Okay? We need to write a letter about this situation. Vince McMahon needs to respect our Brown brothers more, just like they have been with Kofi Kingston, you know, the brother man. I'm so happy for him. I said that. I'm just saying that. So for our Brown partner, you know what I'm saying, we need to give him some gold because Samoa Joe had his turn. I know it took forever for him to get there. So the fact that he choked my boy out so fast, I am hurt. I don't appreciate it. So that's my pick for worst match. Followed by that Women's Battle Royal that I did not see. Hopefully I get around to it because I do love the ladies. I love watching them wrestle. They're doing their thing. Women's Revolution. I completely I support that. Yeah, so moving on.
Biggest surprise of the night, I would have to say, would be the 2 tag titles changing hands to who they change hands to. Why is the WWE putting over Ryder and Hawkins when there are so many more deserving teams? I don't understand. Like, why? What was the point of that? Please, if you have a comment, have an opinion on why they would waste time on Ryder and Hawkins, please comment below. Send me a message. I'm really curious as to what the point of that was. And then the Iconics winning. I did not see that coming. I thought they were like the throw-in team last minute just to make it a fatal 4-way. But now they're the tag team champions. I was really surprised about that. I will say with the Iconics is they do a really good job on the mic. And so I think that has a lot to do with why WWE's putting them over right now, because they can talk and hold their own on the microphone. It's going to be interesting to see where this women's tag team division goes now that the Iconics are the tag champions. But yeah, by far that was the biggest surprise. A lot of the other things I kind of saw coming or figured it could go one way or the other, but Iconics would have been the last team I thought was going to win that match. So yeah, definitely a big surprise for me.
Whatever happened with that Jesse Smollett situation? I know that's pretty random. Is he suing the city or what? I know he got off. Yeah.
I think, wait, is it 10 years of experience?
Jesse? No, he got off.
Yeah, okay, so 10 years, got off for 10 years, and then I would imagine that he would sue. Traumatic.
Yeah, I'm probably happy with
the fact that he cracked off.
I don't really have an opinion on that situation as far as if he did it or not, as far as if he was actually attacked. I mean, it's weird. I wasn't there, and the people who were closest to it seemed confused enough. So, biggest surprise. I was surprised about the Iconics. I was. I'm not upset that they won. They're like the only true women's tag team out there. They came in together. They're from the same country. They hold hands everywhere they go. Every picture I see them in, they're holding hands. I'm wondering about them a little bit. They're the tag champs, though. It's all good. Yeah. So, let's see. What other kind of surprises did I get? I was surprised that the brother man pulled it off. I wasn't surprised. No. Yeah, I was surprised. That's why I just brought it up. So Kofi Kingston, he's actually, in my opinion, the first real full, that's what I mean, full black champion, WWE champion. There's a difference between what you have here in WWE. This belt has been between two companies. The WWE belt is the main belt that's always been in WWE. So there's a little bit different history behind the two belts. And in the history of that belt that Kofi's holding right now, that belt right now, he's the first. The Rock, he's Samoan heritage. You know, he's Samoan and black. Okay, Samoan and, that's the point. Kofi, his heritage is from Ghana. He might be blacker than me, y'all.
So
and I don't mean...
He's like a second generation Ghanaian, or first generation Ghanaian American, like African American.
Something like that. I don't know if he was born there or not, but it's definitely... When they first... Okay, so apparently his heritage is from Ghana. Either way it goes. They said this man was a Jamaican whenever he showed up. I just wanted to put that out there. Either way it goes, he kind of looked like me, you know, in the eyes of some others. So, you go, Kofi.
Man, Mania left me with a lot of unanswered questions. I'm going to share some of these now. Mac, feel free to share some of your unanswered questions. And hopefully WWE answers these. Sometimes, you know, they've been known not to, you know, close the door on some things and just kind of leave some things open. Dean Ambrose, not even mentioned on the night. Thought that was kind of weird. Maybe they'll give him a farewell. Maybe he's just gone. I don't know. Very strange on him not even being there, especially with the other two Shield members having huge matches that night. Thought maybe he would have, I don't know, been in the battle royal. I don't know. I just thought that was very strange. So looking to see what happens with Dean. Dean's one of my. I like Dean. So hope to hear what happens there. I don't know. Other unanswered question is: does this really mean Brock is going to the UFC? I know Daniel Cormier wants that fight. I don't necessarily know if I want to see that fight. I don't think Brock would stand a chance against Daniel Cormier, but hey, that's not here or there. But I would like to know. I'd buy that fight. I'd see. Maybe Brock could upset him. I don't know. But is this going to be official? Can we get an official announcement on WWE that he's going to the UFC? I want the news to break on Raw that this is happening. I think Brock might owe that to the WWE and the WWE fans. Like, hey, this is official. This is what I'm doing. Before you hear it from anywhere else, this is what I'm going to do. Man, who is going to challenge for these titles now? Okay, we got Rollins. Who's he going to be feuding with now? I don't think it's going to be Brock. I think Brock's going to step away. Who's going to step up? We got Money in the Bank coming up. Who's going to be challenging for those major titles at Money in the Bank? It's interesting to see, you know, Kofi. Who's going to challenge Kofi? Is Kofi going to carry a brand for a while? Is he going to be champ for a while? Even through Money in the Bank? Will he even hold the title up to Money in the Bank? I don't know. I'm very curious to see how that handles. Where's Daniel Bryan go from here? The new Daniel Bryan was never supposed to lose again, right? That was his message. What's him and Rowan going to do now? Very interested to see what happens to him. Is this kind of a complete reset for the entire WWE? Seems to me that they kind of gave the fans what they wanted, and are we going to go back to a WWE that keeps pulling things away from us? I don't know. Like, I have a lot of questions from Mania. A little disappointed in it. Didn't really answer a lot of my questions. With Becky winning, What's next for Ronda Rousey? Is she leaving the WWE? Is she still going to be around? Is she going to carry a feud that has no title implications? Does she go back to the UFC and fight? I don't know. It's where's Charlotte go from here? Just too many unanswered questions for me. I really the good thing about unanswered questions is we got something to look forward to. So up next, predictions. Mac, what are some of your unanswered questions?
So my predictions for the future in wrestling, because we just got through a week. We almost had an undisputed men's champion. I kind of figured somebody was going to interfere in that match. There ain't no way in hell they was going to have Kofi Kingston, the brother man, win the WWE Championship and then turn around and win the Universal Championship as well the very next night. It's more likely that the champion loses their belt to one person opposed to combining two belts to the brother man in one night. Like, he's going to have to go on for a while. That's a pay-per-view type of move right there, to combine two main titles together. So I kind of figured somebody was going to interfere. That way nobody lost their belt, because the only other way was somebody was going to win that match, and the belts were coming home to one person. So that was kind of predictable to me. I don't know really who's going to be the next one to step up individually for both of those titles. That's going to be interesting to see. Drew McIntyre looks like he's flirting with going over to the Blue brand on SmackDown. I don't care. Wherever he goes, he deserves a shot. Drew McIntyre's the real deal. I stated that before. AJ Styles, he's already had his turn. And apparently, from what I'm hearing, he suffered an injury at WrestleMania. Alexa Bliss, to jump to the women's, back to the women's, because I thought about injury, and she's been gone because of injury. She looks like she's bike, and I'm very happy about that. Alexa Bliss, that's my pick to win it all. All right, let's get back to my other predictions, because that's just that's a wish. I hope, I pray that Alexa gets back on full time and that she can compete every week, because I think she got it all. She can act, she can wrestle, she's athletic, and everybody can hate her, and she's good at being hated. So that's what I love about her. I'm a heel type. I don't know if you picked that up or not. Intercontinental belt. Sami Zayn got a shot at the Intercontinental belt, and then he made it seem like he was going to quit. So I don't know. Finn Balor beat Bobby Lashley. They say that you don't get an automatic reshot after you lose your belt. You don't get an automatic rematch like you used to, so you got to work your way back up from the bottom. I want Bobby Lashley to go for the Universal title opposed to trying to go back for that Intercontinental belt. He's already had it twice since he's been back, aka Bike. So he needs to go ahead and move it on up. And Finn Balor, we probably won't see him be Demon until, I mean, he just did it at WrestleMania, and SummerSlam is around the corner. Maybe Royal Rumble. I don't expect him to be Demon until closer to next WrestleMania, since he's done that already. United States Championship. My guy got choked out. I don't know if you've seen it. If you blinked, you would have missed it. Hopefully, Ray gets another shot at that United States Championship belt. Samoa Joe, the way he looked at WrestleMania, he might hold on to that belt for a while. Like, he can be sneaky. He's a big ass dude, but he's like a cat. Women's unified titles. Now that Becky Lynch is on both shows, now that she's really the man, I also heard that Ronda Rousey had suffered an injury. That's why she wasn't on Raw. Charlotte Flair is coming back. She's coming all the way back. It's not over. It's never over. She's a Flair. That's just what it is. But she's also really, really, really good. So it's only a matter of time before Charlotte Flair finds herself in a championship situation. Asuka, hopefully she learns a little bit more English. You know what I mean? You can't be the champion of America. I mean, it says the world, but it's America. North and South. English is popular. You need to learn it. She knows it, but she needs to know it a little bit more, because the promos is where you get your fan base at. Like, we're all supportive of Asuka because we see what she is. I mean, she's pretty much the most dominant female wrestler ever. But she doesn't speak English well, so it's hard to have her in rivalries with people and argue. Now, if they just get her a manager, that'd kill a lot of that. Just put somebody with her to talk for her, like you did with Brock Lesnar. He's from here and can't speak English. The tag belts, I don't really care. The tag division is a mess on both parts. We got the Iconics with the belts. Tamina and Nia Jax are probably next in line to go after those titles, because they're the next real tag team on the women's side, in my opinion. Everybody else had some turmoil except for them two. The men's SmackDown belts, the Usos just dropped those to the Hardy Boys. These boys are back setting records. All the veterans are here to set records. I'm telling y'all, it might take a little longer than I'm predicting because I'm jumping the gun. I can see in the future. But they're all back to set records. They're all back to add to their accolades, their stat stuffing, whatever you want to call it. As long as you don't get hurt and your wife isn't, driving you crazy at home, you can stay and do that as long as your body will let you. So, these guys are getting to the end of the line, but they got enough in the tank to get a couple more championships. Randy Orton's, Rey Mysterio's, John Cena might come back and get a run.
Alright, now for one of my favorite things to do is make a little bit of predictions here. I really enjoy coming up with these predictions. A lot of times they don't come true, but hey, boy can dream, right? First prediction. We're going to see Seth Rollins defend his Universal Championship against Roman Reigns. Remember, Roman never lost his title. These two guys are buddies. I think this could be a friendly, Seth Rollins saying, hey man, you never lost this title. Out of respect to you, I'm going to give you that opportunity to win it back. I'm not going to give it to you, but I'm going to give you that opportunity. I think that would be a classy move by Seth Rollins, and pit two of the best guys against each other, kind of a face versus face rivalry here, and not even a rivalry, but I think it could lead to a good match. I'll be all business, no hate, no slander. Yeah, maybe Dean could get in the middle of it. Maybe Dean, if he sticks around, maybe special guest referee, a little, I don't know. Could be a fun thing to see, I believe. Second prediction. I don't think Becky's going to unify. I think they're going to overwork her, and it could possibly be bad for her if she has to end up defending two titles back-to-back nights. Be on Raw defending the Raw Women's Championship, coming back to SmackDown just to defend the SmackDown title. I think it could put her over once more as being the man, because when was the last time somebody was defending two major titles at the same time? Never really happened. Could be interesting to see how that plays out. Or maybe she drops one of them quickly. I don't know. Maybe she hands one over, and I'm always good for a tournament. Maybe she hands one over, we have a tournament. I'm always open for a tournament. Anyway, I think maybe AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe gets lived up again. AJ could, looking to add to his collection of title reigns, U.S. Championship title reign against Joe. Those two have great matches. I loved those two against each other. So you could always see them go back to that. I don't know. And then at Money in the Bank. This is the crazy one. It's just so crazy it might work. I think Big E wins the Money in the Bank. Who does he challenge? Kofi Kingston. I think that could be a way to split up New Day. Maybe I'm just hoping New Day splits up. I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see. So those are my predictions. Hope you guys liked hearing from us. Leave some likes, comments, share. Until next time, thanks for watching.